Hi, I just want to talk a little bit about self-led thinking. In IFS, always hear this idea of or approach of, don't think, go to the part, don't think. Okay, so don't think for the part, let the part communicate what's there. But what if we're really in self and the parts are there and they're sending their communication and you're looking at them with the perspective, and then it's bringing ideas. Yeah, and what are we doing where we're thinking? We're looking for, it's creative. We're looking for new things, new phenomena. We're putting this together, putting a bit of that together, and all this fits together so beautifully here. It's an idea. Or we're looking at the external things, different phenomena, this idea, that idea, someone said this, and I wonder about this, and I wonder about that. And then that might trigger a part of you inside. And if we're thinking when we're doing parts work, which we can't help sometimes, it's that system is there, it's active. We're given this system to do what it does. It does what it does. And so we got that request of don't think, right? Because we don't want to add data to the parts. We want to hear the part as it is. So we're approaching the essence of the part. But while we're thinking, and if we're self-led thinking, being creative and looking all what's around us with perspective, we might come to an understanding that triggers the essence of the part because it aligns with it. I don't see anything wrong with that. That's the intention of not thinking, right? So it's that thing, all mindfulness starts with mindlessness, the emptiness. Once we know the emptiness, that self quality, the Dharma, the Brahma, the Atman, or whatever you want to call it, the Tao, the psyche wants to get back to there. It gets a confidence, an idea of how to get back to it. It's taken on that energy, embodied it, so that becomes like a self-like guide then, and once we've been to self 1,000 times, we've got 1,000 self-like guides. There's that confidence of knowing the way back to your emptiness, to your calmness, to your liberation can become like an instant thing. It's just like, oh, I'm not in self. This is with me right now. I'm stuck in this cycle again, thinking this, thinking that. That part of me is trying to work out this. Ding! Oh gosh, I'm back in self. Yeah. So, there's the two edges of thinking there. This, the don't think, which is a protector, to go to the essence of the part, the self of the part. And there's the thinking, which is kind of a protector to get you to the essence of the part. So we want to move kind of between them, really, in the through the middle, through the non-protective kind of way. Each one is a strategy. So we just want to relax even further, and so we're kind of away from our thinking. We have thinking, and we're in relationship with the part. So we're thinking, we're not thinking, we're just being. We're just there. In that essence, which also triggers the essence of the part, because self knows itself. It's the same frequency. It kind of vibrates. So it's so the thinking can vibrate in that frequency, but there's also a danger of the thinking adding data to the part when we're trying to move to the to the center, to the essence, to the essence and the actual nature of the part. And of course that's you, because you were there at that time, you know. And even if it's kind of future parts, you know, where it's a bit of a deja vu, where your system has projected into the future and worked out stuff, and then you arrive at a similar place and you get the tingles, you know, you're there too, right? Your parts have done that, but you're the essence of those parts, you know. I hope that makes sense. So you know, when we go to a part, and when we negotiate with the courage and the compassion that some of our protectors have to really do what they do for us, and we ask them to give space and go to the exile, and then we meet the essence of that exile, we're connecting to more wholesomeness. We're releasing that self energy of our self when we were there, and it's coming along with us. So it's more inclusive. You know, so deterministic thinking is kind of like this too. It's determined to get to those places because it knows it has. It knows it's been successful. So just leave that with you. And I kind of I got something coming up now about kind of instant liberation and being able to just connect to self instantly, and there's part of me that wants to really talk about that, but maybe I'll leave that for another time. But yeah, that really is possible, especially like I've mentioned earlier, with the confidence and knowing the way to self. There's certain things that, you know, that I've learned, gosh, long before I met IFS, and I've practiced along the way through meditation and IFS, that kind of simplify, you know, and it's a good starting point for parts work, so it makes you go straight into self, and, you know, because you've practiced that and you can connect with your parts. And it goes, the more self energy you connect with, the more vertical, the deeper you go, and then the more you can deal with. The system knows those bigger parts that would have been harder to deal with now become easier to deal with, because your system builds up that trust. Anyway, yeah, I will leave it there, because I could go into deeper stuff there, which is better left for practice, really, I think. Okay, go well.